After rejecting my proposal with a viral Know Your Worth Queens post, my ex-girlfriend expected me to wait while she explored better options. 6 months later, my engagement announcement triggered a panicked midnight call that exposed a devastating secret. I was number 11 on her spreadsheet of potential husbands, ranked below a crypto scammer who lost everything. The real kicker? She had been actively dating for 5 months before I even proposed. The botanical garden fountain sparkled in the golden hour light as I dropped to one knee, ring box trembling in my hands. This was our place, where Mason Harper, 29, CPA and hopeless romantic, had first kissed Natalie Chin 4 years earlier. The classic solitaire diamond caught the sunset perfectly, exactly the style she had admired countless times in jewelry store windows. "Natalie," I began, my voice steady despite my racing heart, "will you?" No. The word hit like a physical blow. Not, "I need time," or "let's talk about this." Just no. Families with children nearby turned to stare as the romantic tableau crumbled into awkward silence. "I'm not ready, Mason. We're moving too fast. I need to find myself, explore what's out there." Her words felt rehearsed, delivered with the efficiency of someone who had already made up their mind. The drive home stretched endlessly, punctuated only by the hum of air conditioning and the weight of rejection. 3 days later, Natalie moved out to stay with her friend Melissa, leaving behind 4 years of shared memories and the ghost of our planned future. That same evening, my phone buzzed with a notification. Natalie had posted on social media, "Know your worth, queens. Never settle for less than you deserve. Level up, boss babes. Know your value." The comments section exploded with supportive emojis and rallying cries. "Yes, queen. You deserve the world. Never settle." I stared at the screen until 2 a.m., processing the narrative being constructed around our breakup. 4 years of supporting her through career changes, helping pay off student loans, holding her hand through her father's illness. Apparently, all of that constituted settling. In a moment of clarity mixed with defiance, I liked her post and commented, "Kings too." The silence was deafening. She deleted my comment within an hour, but not before our 137 mutual friends had seen it. What followed was a deliberate retreat into self-improvement. I deleted social media apps, threw myself into work, established a rigorous gym routine, and most importantly began therapy. Dr. Williams helped me recognize a pattern I had been blind to. For years, I had been dimming my own light to make Natalie feel brighter. 2 months into this new routine, my colleague Jenna Rodriguez approached me after we had survived a particularly brutal audit together. Coffee as friends evolved into dinners as something more. Jenna possessed a refreshing directness. She knew what she wanted and appreciated what she had. With her, conversations flowed naturally without the constant undercurrent of dissatisfaction that had characterized my relationship with Natalie. After 4 months of dating, Jenna surprised me completely. During a hiking trip to our favorite trail, she stopped at an overlook and turned to face me with characteristic determination. "Mason, I know what I want and I don't see the point in waiting," she said, producing a simple but elegant ring. "Will you marry me?" "Yes," I replied immediately, the word carrying none of the hesitation that had plagued my previous relationship. Our engagement announcement was deliberately low-key, a single photo of us on the hiking trail with the caption, "Adventure partner for life." Yes. The response was overwhelmingly positive. Congratulations from family, friends, and colleagues who had watched me navigate the difficult months following my breakup. Then, at 11:43 p.m., my phone rang. Natalie's name appeared on the screen. "Are you serious right now?" she demanded without preamble, her breathing heavy with emotion. 6 months, Mason. 6 months and you're engaged." "Yes, I am," I replied calmly. "Congratulations are usually customary." "To your coworker? The mousy one from accounting?" "Her name is Jenna, and she's not mousy, she's simply not loud about her accomplishments." "We're very happy." The conversation that followed revealed the true nature of our 4-year relationship. Natalie admitted she had never expected me to move on. She had planned to explore her options for a year, confident that I would wait while she determined whether she could do better. The dating experiment, however, had not proceeded according to plan. The investment banker only wanted hookups, she confessed through frustrated tears. The lawyer ghosted me after 2 dates. The entrepreneur was actually unemployed, living with his parents, he just had good Instagram game. Her plan had been simple: reject my proposal, spend a year sampling what the market had to offer, then return to reliable Mason with newfound appreciation and the narrative of personal growth. I was supposed to be her safety net while she pursued upgrades. I was going to reach out at the 1-year mark, she explained. Make it seem like I had grown and was ready. You would propose again and we would live happily ever after. Based on a lie, I pointed out. It wasn't a lie. I did grow. I learned what I wanted. You learned you wanted your backup plan. But this safety net found someone who chose him first. The call ended with Natalie's prediction that I would regret my huge mistake, and her declaration that she would not be waiting when I came crawling back. 3 days later, the harassment campaign began. Melissa sent Jenna an Instagram message painting me as a manipulative rebound artist. Mutual friends received calls positioning Natalie as the heartbroken victim of my supposedly reckless behavior. The coordinated effort was transparent in its desperation. During one particularly vindictive phone call, Natalie attempted to reframe our history. What about everything I helped you through? Your CPA exams? When your mother was sick. That's what partners do, I replied. But it doesn't mean you own my future. The conversation revealed a fundamental truth that therapy had helped me recognize. I was happy enough, I told her. But enough isn't enough anymore. The real revelation came through an unexpected source. Jenna's best friend Rachel discovered Natalie's dating profile and shared screenshots that shattered any remaining illusions about our relationship. The profile had been created 5 months before my proposal, with a bio that read, "Entrepreneur mindset. Looking for someone ambitious who can match my energy. No time for mediocrity." The accompanying messages were devastating. Natalie described her ex-boyfriend as sweet but lacking ambition, and expressed her need for a man who could provide the lifestyle I deserve. When asked what ended her last relationship, she replied, "I outgrew him. He was content with mediocrity. I need excellence." Mediocrity. 4 years of building a life together reduced to mediocrity. The profile's last activity was dated 3 days after our phone call. After her tears about making a mistake, she had updated her photos and bio to read, "Phoenix rising from the ashes. Know your worth and add tax." Armed with this evidence, I made my first social media post in months. When someone shows you who they are, believe them. Grateful for the lessons and even more grateful for the future. Pro tip: if you're going to play games, make sure you're not leaving receipts on dating apps. The response was immediate and overwhelming. Friends who had been receiving Natalie's version of events finally saw the truth. Messages poured in from people apologizing for believing her narrative without hearing mine. Natalie's reaction was nuclear. She created an Instagram story series about manipulation and gaslighting, positioning herself as the victim of my weaponizing vulnerability. The irony was lost on no one. The woman who had been secretly dating while in a relationship was calling me manipulative. Her downfall came from an unexpected source. Melissa, seeing the tide turn decisively against Natalie, decided to save herself. She leaked everything to their friend group, including the existence of a spreadsheet that Natalie and she had created to rank potential romantic partners. The spreadsheet was comprehensive and cold. Men ranked by income, job prospects, physical appearance, and husband potential. I was listed as number 4 in stability but number 11 in lifestyle potential, 11th out of 15 candidates. The top-ranked position belonged to a venture capitalist who had lost everything in a cryptocurrency crash 2 weeks before my proposal. Suddenly, everything made sense. Natalie had not rejected my proposal to find herself. She had rejected it because she believed she could do better than number 11. When her top choices failed to materialize into viable options, she had planned to return to reliable 11 with a story of personal growth and renewed appreciation. The spreadsheet's revelation triggered a cascade of consequences. Our mutual friends were appalled not just by the cheating, but by the calculated manipulation of their emotions and loyalties. The men Natalie had been dating while we were together began sharing their own screenshots, including one devastating message where she mentioned waiting for her boyfriend to propose so she could evaluate the ring before making her decision. The final confrontation occurred when Natalie appeared at my apartment building, demanding to see me. Security, already briefed with her photograph, called to verify whether she was experiencing a genuine emergency. When I confirmed she was not, they asked her to leave. Her subsequent scene was filmed by residents and uploaded to social media, where it gained viral attention. Her final text message arrived from yet another new number: "Congratulations, Mason. You won. You destroyed my reputation and turned everyone against me. Hope you're happy with your downgrade. When she cheats on you, and she will, remember that you had someone who loved you enough to want to be sure, but you couldn't wait. Your ego couldn't handle it. Enjoy your mediocre life with your mediocre wife. You two deserve each other." I forwarded the message to my lawyer friend for documentation purposes and reflected on her final words. She was right about one thing: Jenna and I do deserve each other. We deserve the honest, uncomplicated happiness that comes from being someone's first choice rather than their backup plan. Today, Jenna leaves notes in my lunch bag and I surprise her with flowers on random Tuesdays. We cook dinner together, laugh at terrible television shows, and plan a small wedding focused on commitment rather than spectacle. She chose me knowing my flaws and I chose her back without reservation. Worth, I have learned, is not about what you think you deserve, it is about the value you bring to someone else's life and they bring to yours. Natalie spent months trying to quantify relationships through spreadsheets and rankings, missing the fundamental truth that love cannot be optimized like a portfolio. The internet has immortalized her "Know Your Worth" Queen's post alongside screenshots of her secret dating profile, creating an unintended meme about the disconnect between public personas and private actions. I take no satisfaction in her public humiliation. Her choices created their own consequences. For anyone reading this while questioning their own worth in a relationship, when someone treats you as an option while you treat them as a priority, believe their actions over their words. Do not wait for someone to figure out your value. Find someone who knows it from day one. Kings know their worth too. And sometimes, knowing your worth means walking away from someone who refuses to see it. The engagement ring I once offered at a botanical garden fountain now sits in my jewelry box. A reminder not of rejection, but of the courage it took to open my heart completely. The right person appreciates that courage rather than exploiting it. As for Natalie, she has retreated from social media and moved back to her hometown. Melissa continues posting vague inspirational quotes about fake friends and personal growth. The original post about knowing your worth remains online, my deleted comment replaced by 1,000 others who now understand the full context. Justice, it seems, has its own algorithm. Author's note: all names have been changed to protect privacy. Documentation of all claims has been preserved for legal purposes. Living well truly is the best revenge, especially when shared with someone who finds the whole situation as absurdly funny as you do.